Welcome to Books and Things. I'm glad you could join us. We have a special day today. We got my anniversary on the show, 3 years today. I even got flowers. And I have my special guest who was on me the first time that I did the show. She said, I'll be your guinea pig. And I said, oh, good. Patti Brooks. And Patti's been on the show a couple of times, actually.
Yep.
A couple of Christmases where you talked about your father's Santa Claus place.
Right.
And it's been fun. It's always fun. And she's also a Kappa member. And she's author and publisher. And she has how many books now?
3 books. Three
That's right.
books are out, and that's an anthology. That would be a short story, and then there's another novel out and another one on its way.
Very good.
Yeah.
Wow. And Patti's from New York. And I think I'll start out with a little interesting note that about the convicts that we're trying to locate.
The ones that escaped from Dannemora, yes.
Yeah.
And Dannemora is about 20 miles from where I grew up. And I'm always very taken by listening to the news of what they're saying these guys are doing. I suspect they'll be lost in the woods for a good time. They may very well walk off the edge of a cliff because they're not woodsmen, so I suspect that's going to be it. In 1959, I was in the plane crash. My dad's had a private plane. I was in a plane crash in the Adirondacks, and we had to stay in the plane overnight. And the next morning, we walked out 10 miles, and I know what walking out in that kind of woods is like.
Wow, 10 miles.
Yep.
Wow. That's got to be scary all of a sudden. You're up in the air, next thing you know.
Absolutely, and actually what happened is that the wing of a plane caught a big tree, and it flipped over, and we came down. We landed upside down.
Wow.
And the extra scary part about it is we thought we were there. It was nighttime, it was dark. I assumed we were on the ground, and when we moved around the plane a little bit to get settled for the night, it dropped another 20 feet.
Oh.
That was the scary. We had obviously hung up in a tree, and then moving around, we came down the rest of the way. I think that was more scary than actually
But so lucky,
crashing.
nobody hurt.
Not a hurt. It was a Helio Courier plane, which was meant to be a bush plane.
Huh.
And when you see the pictures of the plane, everything is smashed to pieces except the cockpit because it was specially reinforced.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's got to be eye-opener.
Yes, it was. It really was.
And you walked 10 miles to get out.
Walked 10 miles to get out. We came up to a farmhouse. Knocked on the door. My dad knocked on the door, asked the lady, would she please let us use the phone? And she says, oh my goodness, no, I can't let you do that. We can't tie up the phone. We're the search headquarters for the man who crashed in the woods.
That's me. That's cool. And 3 years. Oh, how many shows I've done?
Oh my goodness, you must have dozens. And congratulations, Tom.
Thank
3
you.
years of this is really a very special event. Every single week.
I know
it's a
I've
real
got at
commitment.
least 150 shows.
Sort of like going to church, right?
Yes, yes, every week. And tell us about your books.
Okay, well, let's start with the one that you have in your hand, which is Adirondack Mysteries. This is an anthology of mysteries that are in the Adirondacks, and that's where I fictionalized the story of my plane crash. So that's one thing. The other books I write are a trilogy of mysteries set in Connecticut. The first 2 are out. The third one should be out. I should make it out soon. It's almost done. The third one is about bribing the horse show judge and what people go through to do that. And I figured it out, and I have it as it may be actually done. My issue is my hero going to allow his client to bribe the judge because he too would like to win a good ribbon? Mm-hmm. And is he going to send him on his way after the horse show, or is he going to kick him out of the barn before the horse show? And that's just the place where I'm hung up.
Huh. Now, all your books have horses?
Well, I like to think they're set on horse farms. Do you have to like horses to like them? I hope not. I like to think that instead of being set on a city street or a sailboat, it's set on a horse farm. And you don't need to know anything about a horse to enjoy the story. You might pick up something about a horse, but
Yeah.
you know, if you read a book that's set on a sailboat, you may learn how to raise the sail.
Wow. And I'd like to point out that you and your late husband, Bob, raised Morgans.
We raised Morgan horses. And Morgan horses are the only horse, or is the horse that was chosen by the United States government to breed to supply horses for their cavalry.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, there was a movie about a horse.
Well, there's a lot of number of movies.
This
The
was
War Horse?
The War
one?
Horse.
Yeah.
Was that a Morgan? Do you know?
Probably not. The Army, in its need to, ran out of horses a lot. So they would go to in the countryside and look to buy horses too.
Okay.
And so this was a horse that was raised by somebody else in the story. And I suspect that's would happen a lot too.
I don't know how true the story was, but it was a super show.
It was. My very first horse was a Morgan horse that was a Army horse. And he had his brand on his neck. And someone told me that if I wrote to Washington, they would tell me all about him. And they told me that he was bought in Texas and that he was a Morgan horse. And under his number, there was done a little bit differently. There was an S on his part of his brand. And everybody in my family always said, well, that's because he was sergeant. But when they wrote back from Washington, they said that was surplus.
Surplus.
Yeah, Army surplus.
He was an extra.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. Now, do you still have Morgans?
Oh, yes, yeah. And I ride most days, yeah.
Yeah. And you still go to Big E?
I still go to the Big E as, not for horse showing. What I do now instead of horse showing is what they call distance riding, competitive trail riding. So we ride a prescribed course within a certain time limit, and then we're judged on how well our horses performed over that course.
And refresh my memory because it's not that good anymore. You were named something at the Big E. I remember it at your husband's wake that somebody from the Big E named
That's not ringing a bell.
at the during the horse show that you do every year, or you used to do.
Oh, well, that would not be the Big E. That's our regional Morgan Horse Show, which takes
okay.
place in Northampton, Massachusetts,
Oh.
the end of July. And the year after he died, they dedicated the whole show to both of us.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's
which
nice.
was nice, yes.
That is nice. Well, you guys did a lot for
Yep,
the
we did.
Morgan horse
Yep.
and for them, and that's nice. And the how many horses do you have now?
I only have one of my own, but on our farm, we have my daughter's horse, my niece's horse, my son's horse, and, you know, you collect them.
Oh yeah, yeah. And you got the room,
Yep.
and that's good. Now, do you go out and feed them every day, or does somebody?
Actually, I'm the one that does most of the feeding. When my daughter's home on weekends, she tends to feed on weekends, but other than that, it's up to me. So I got to finish up here so I can go home and feed the horses.
Okay. And Kappa, we're both members of Kappa, obviously, and we have a couple of book signings coming up.
We do. I'm pleased that we were able to get them this year. The first one is the Lebanon Country Fair, which is August 7th through the 9th. We will have a large space inside their exhibition building, and we're filling it with authors who will have 3 to 4 hour time slots at a time. It's our first time there. I think it'll be worthwhile.
Yeah.
They say that they get about 25,000 people for the weekend.
Wow.
In their exhibition hall, virtually everybody that comes to the fair goes through there. So I expect to have a good exposure. Then our next one is the Bosworth Farmers Market,
Okay.
which is Friday, August 21st. From 3:30 to about 8:30. People tend to really stay a long time there. They are considered one of Connecticut's top farmers markets, and I think they're ninth in the entire country for farmers markets.
Really?
They have live music and lots of good food to eat. I mean, there's vendors that sell food you're going to eat on the spot, plus all the produce.
Yeah.
And as far as authors are concerned, I'm really pleased because all the people that come to shop for their corn and their potatoes and so on and so forth come with big shopping bags.
Really?
So it's not hard for them to put a few more books in them.
We'll help them fill their
Yeah,
bags.
right.
And the Lebanon Fair, I'd like to point out, is a Lions Club. It's a Lebanon Lions Club.
Oh, really?
that
I
does
didn't
it.
realize that.
Yeah. So that's
Get out there.
my other attention is Lions, actually.
Yeah.
And so go up and support them.
Yes.
And if you're up in the area, you can stop and look for us. We'll be there.
Yep. I think the Lebanon Country Fair has been around since 1959, I think I heard.
Yeah?
Yep.
And it's your Lebanon, Hebron is Lions.
Yep.
It's one up north. Brooklyn? Is it Brooklyn?
I'm not sure.
I'm not
Yeah.
sure. One of the ones up in north, too. And they do make some money on that.
That's good.
And it's a good thing because it all goes for good causes. And I'm in the New London Lions. We don't make any money. We're looking for projects to make money with. The another point is that this SEC TV, this is their first year, and I think it was first anniversary was yesterday, today.
Oh, really? Yeah. Yeah. That's good.
And yeah, because actually the grand opening was yesterday.
Yeah.
I did my first show here was in May,
Uh-huh.
and the end of May, and so everything's a lot of anniversaries.
Yeah,
this
we
week.
should be having cake and champagne.
Oh, after the show. Okay. Well, I should have thought of that.
Yeah.
The when I just had a thought and it just disappeared. So now our next meeting for Kappa is at that's one of our
Ron
members'
Jansen.
house
Yeah.
in East Lyme.
Lime or Old Lime.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one of the limes.
Not East Lime.
And it's a potluck. If anybody would like to come, if any aspiring authors out there would like to come, contact me. It is a potluck. It's like a picnic,
Yep.
but we have a guest speaker. And this month's speaker is going to be Brian Judd, who is the founder of Kappa,
Yeah.
and he's also a founder of, or he's a president of APSS,
Yes.
which I'm not sure what that stands for. I forgot.
I'm not sure either, but if you think writing is for you, even if you haven't started your book, it's a good place to come, understand what the people are about, understand how helpful they are to one another. They really are. There's somebody there that can help you along the way with everything. Yeah.
And people, strangers walk into our meetings and are immediately friendly. Everybody is talking to them, and it's not like you're shrugged because you're new.
Yeah.
We accept everybody in there,
Absolutely.
and they make everybody feel comfortable. That's why
Yeah.
they keep coming back.
Yes. Yes,
And-
and Tom chairs the southeastern chapter of Kappa,
Yep.
and we're probably bigger than any other part of Kappa.
We're getting there.
Yep.
We're getting there. We got almost 70 members,
Yeah.
and it's such a pleasure because everybody is so friendly. And you would think that because we're all in the same business and all the same profession, there'd be some kind of ego
Competition
or
or-
competition. There's
No,
none.
no, yeah.
If anything, did you sell a book yet? Maybe I can help you.
Yes, absolutely.
Or did you write your book yet? I'll help
Yeah.
you finish it.
Yeah.
And that's so nice. Everybody is happy to
Yeah.
work with everybody. And I tell people, oh, gee, I've only got an idea of a book. Come to the meeting,
Absolutely.
and we'll help you try to develop it. And we don't have any programs set up, but each individual author will try to help a new person out.
Yeah, yeah, you'll find somebody there that you click with, and you will learn to communicate with, and
Yeah.
not just every third Monday of the month, but you will find email and talk and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
And
And
your
there's always
project,
ideas coming through. And,
your project will move along, and you'll be pleased.
yeah. And then we set up these book signings, as many as we can, to help people get rid of the books. because marketing is everything.
Yeah. And then this
And-
year, we've put ourselves together with literacy volunteers
right.
of Eastern Connecticut. If you want to say it not nicely, we need to make more people readers so that they will buy more books.
That's right. That's right.
But it's,
And it helps them.
yeah, it helps them.
Naturally. If you are looking for a job and you can't read,
Yeah.
it's
Yes.
tough to get in there.
And some of those statistics are really mind-boggling when they say New London County has 40,000 people who can't read and write well enough to perform
Yeah.
socially in a job, read a bedtime story to their children. Anyway, it's a major hole that Literacy Volunteer tries to
Yeah.
take care of.
And it's not just Americans. It's a lot of
Oh, sure.
people that come in and they speak Spanish or whatever, and these people want to learn how to speak English, and this is the way to do it.
Yeah.
And they teach them how to read and write,
Yeah.
and and speak.
So if we make we figured into our fees for the Lebanon Country Fair and to the Bosworth Farmers Market a small amount that we will then give to literacy volunteers.
Yeah.
And we will ask our authors if they might give $1 a book that they sell or
Sure.
something like that.
And it's all, and they're all, what do I want to say? They rely on fundraising.
Yes.
And they're a nonprofit organization.
Absolutely.
They were supported by several large
Mm-hmm.
outfits who decided to put their money elsewhere.
Well, the large donors took their money away because they asked literacy volunteers to charge their students.
Oh, that's right.
And these folks, hardly have money to put food on the table.
Yeah.
And maybe they might pay for a month or something, but they say it takes the better part of 2 years to really learn to read and
Yeah.
write.
Well, that Jimmy Henry
Yeah,
was one of their students, and it took him about 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
And this man could speak English.
he just couldn't read
Just
and write.
couldn't read and write.
Yeah.
And he wanted to write a book.
Yeah,
And that was the only reason he wanted to learn how to speak, how to read.
yeah.
And they taught him how to read, and they helped him write a book, and it was a tremendous success. At 98 years old,
Yeah,
I think he died when he was 99.
at least he
And-
got it done.
Yeah, he got it done.
Got his bucket list done.
Yeah, his granddaughter was on last week on a different subject, but I've had her on. And there's another book out. One of the cousins put a book together after a lot of conversations with Jimmy, and he was quite a guy.
Yeah,
But literacy volunteers, if you know anybody who needs any help, you can look them up.
yeah.
And if you know somebody that wants to learn how to read and write, look them up, and they be happy to talk to you. And that's what they do.
For sure.
A lot more patience than
Yes,
I had.
I just felt it really gave Connecticut authors and publishers some legitimacy. I mean, people who write ought to be helping other people learn to read and write.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a trade-off that you, a
Absolutely.
responsibility.
Yeah, I'll read my book.
Yeah, well, yes, I mean, as I said, if you want to say it not nicely, I need more readers to buy my books.
So how are book sales doing?
For myself,
Yeah?
Kindle books are selling better than paper books, and that's okay. I think most authors tend to make more on a Kindle than a paper book.
Yeah.
I'm not making the effort I should be making to sell books. I want to finish the third
None
in
of
this
us do.
trilogy. And I think in today's world, unless you're already a well-known, established writer, you really have to spend a lot of time on social media and get out
Yes.
and do the things.
And that works.
Yeah, it
really
does.
does.
It
That
does if you're
Facebook
willing
is-
to spend time on it.
Facebook is unbelievable.
I do not belong to Facebook because
Yeah.
I know if I turned it on in the morning, I'd be on it at 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
That early? I'm
I
on there all
just,
day.
well, you see, then you're not writing your next book
I am.
on Facebook.
No, I'm writing my next book.
Well, that's good.
Yes, I have the prelude done. I have 2 or 3 chapters,
And it's going to be about,
and it's going to be my son Todd 21 years later.
ah,
So basically, it's going to be about surviving
Uh-huh.
and how you can survive, even though the darkest of your nights are there, but you can survive and you can grow.
Yeah.
And that's what the book is going to be telling. And I'm going to have other people write in the book, have chapters on other people's children that passed,
Wonderful.
and it gives them an opportunity that they can get a chapter
Yeah.
immortalized in the book.
And how they're handling it or
And how they
coped with
handle
it.
it,
and-
yeah.
Yeah.
And I have, there's so many different ways that you lose children. And so I'm trying to get different ones.
I have a brother who lost his college-age daughter when she was coming home from college, and she fell asleep at the wheel and ran into a bus,
Uh-huh.
and half the people in the bus died along with her.
Oh my God.
Can you imagine living with that?
Wow. Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah.
That is tough. I have one lady who lost a daughter, and 14 months later lost her son.
Oh, ouch.
Yeah. And so I got her writing in the book. Another one watched her son get hit by a car. And it just, that's not right.
Yeah.
No, it's just not fair. And he'll be 21 years next week.
It will have been 21 years?
For my son, yeah.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, matter of fact, my next week's show is gonna be a little bit of that. I've got a lady coming in, Nina Lake, who is a professor at UConn.
Mm-hmm.
And she has me on her class every
Yeah.
year.
Very good.
And so she's gonna come in next week.
Where were you when you heard the news about your son
At home.
at home?
Uh,
Someone called you? Police
No.
called you? No?
no ambulances, and fire trucks, and police cars went by my house, and I went, I don't like that.
Yeah.
So I called my brother who had a scanner, and he saw this accident over on Sandy Hollow Road. I said, it's Todd. And he said, no, it's two people in the car. I said, no, it's Todd. And then I called him back.
You just had a premonition?
I knew.
Yeah.
I just knew. I got a stomach pain, and my stomach was just wrenching. I knew it.
Yeah.
So I got in the car and drove down and saw the car upside down, and I said, that was his car.
Yeah.
And they'd already taken him. He was already gone.
Sure.
Within a tenth of a second, I think they said,
That's good. That
yeah,
part's
boom,
good.
gone. Yeah, I think it's good.
Yeah.
That's good. And but yeah, I knew,
Yeah. Yeah.
which is really strange.
Yeah. Yeah.
But anyway, so it's been 21 years. You don't get over it. It's always there,
I'm sure.
and it's not. But for the most part, you get through life, and you look forward to some things.
One foot in the front of the other.
Boy, I'll tell you, 20 years ago, I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
One foot in front of the other was very difficult.
I bet.
And you sit there going, no, I can't make it. I can't make it.
Yeah.
And I pray to God. I used to go out and stand in the lightning storms and say, take me.
Yeah. I'm ready.
And God goes, no. I got more punishment for you.
More pain for you.
But anyway, he's been gone. He was 21. He's been gone 21 years, and his son will be 21 in January.
Oh, wow.
So I guess I go up and play 21 when I realize.
Yeah. It sounds like you should. You keep in touch with your grandson a lot?
Yes.
Good.
Yeah. He's a good kid.
Good.
6'3".
Oh, my. Was your son tall?
He was almost 6.
Well, there you go.
He was 5'11",
Yeah.
5'10", something
Yeah.
like that. And and I look at my grandson. He said, "Have you always been this short, Pa?" I said, "No. When I was your age, I was 6 feet tall with the afro." I said, "Matter of fact, I was a lot smaller when I was born."
Well,
We got a couple of minutes left. Anything else you want to throw in here?
Okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah, do you want anything else you want to talk about?
I don't think I can think of anything right now. I would love to see folks come out to our Lebanon Country Fair and Bosworth Farmers Market. Tell us that you saw us on TV. Look
Yes.
at our books.
Say you saw it on
yeah.
books and things.
Sure.
And maybe we'll give you a discount.
Absolutely.
Or at least a big smile.
Yeah. No, it should be a good thing. And Lebanon Country Fair has the benefit of being all undercover, so whether it's a stormy
Yeah,
time or
that's-
not, we'll be okay.
That's
Bowser's
nice.
Farmers Market, we're out in the open, so I'm not quite sure what we'll do if it storms. Rain isn't good to books.
Not at all.
Yeah, it's a
Have to-
problem with
Have to
this.
bring plastic bags,
Yeah.
keep them in.
Well, I'm really honored to be on Tom's anniversary show, and
As a matter of
congratulations
fact-
for being here.
These are for you.
Oh, my goodness, how beautiful, thank you. But it's your
welcome.
anniversary.
I know.
I
but
should have
brought
brought the
'em for me and gave 'em to you.
Thank you very much.
For being my guinea pig
Very-
3 years ago.
That's true. We were both feeling our way.
Yes. and it
Sometime
was-
we ought to bring that tape back out and take a look at it. See how old I am? I'm calling them tapes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just, no, I really appreciated it, and of course I enjoy your company anyway.
Good.
And we get along well together. So
We do.
Now you're our marketing person for
Trying
getting,
to be,
getting
yep.
book signings.
Trying to get people at book signings.
Uh,
It's good to have the face-to-face because it's good for the authors to
yeah.
understand a little bit what their readers want
Yeah.
or what catches their fancy.
And you're one of the reasons I wear the hat.
That you need something that identifies you, yeah, that makes you stand out a
Yeah.
little bit, yeah.
Yeah. And now I'm famous for my hat.
Yeah.
If I do something to this hat, I have to buy another one. But it gives you a vision.
Yeah.
If somebody sees me, they go, oh, I know him, he's
Yeah.
on TV.
Yeah.
Without the hat, they don't know who I am. But it's been fun, and I think the show has grown. We've done a lot of different.
Sure, you
Yes.
don't keep just to books, certainly,
No,
yeah,
no.
yeah.
We've done.
Yeah.
Well, we had Senator on, Mayor of Groton City last week,
Very good.
and I'm going to start a new program within next week or two. I'm going to start talking about alternative foods and health programs, because I think today with all this GMOs and everything, we've got to get on a better course of eating.
Yeah.
And fortunately, the restaurants have decided to change their menus too, and stop it.
Yeah.
Doug Seaver is an author who's going to be on one of our shows, and Steve Lisco, who is another author, and Tish Rabe, who writes the Cat in the Hat books, is coming on. For all of you aspiring writers, we had talked about that. Contact me for information and come to a meeting, see what it's like, and see how much we can help you. And a special thank you to the SEC TV, and happy anniversary to you too. And check out the website, www.sec-tv.org. And they've also got a lot of the shows on there now.
Oh, do they?
On
Yes.
YouTube.
Good.
And yeah, so you can watch a bunch of different shows. And tonight, his VFW is serving chowder and clam fritters free with a beverage. And thank you for watching. Email me at santostom@comcast.net. You should be reading. Cuddle up with a good book. See you next week. Have fun.
Here we go.